morning, Carmel. I'm Samantha Washika. It's 8:03 a.m. Let's get into some current events. Tensions rose today at Minnesota State University as students gathered in protest over reported immigration and custom enforcement, or ICE, activity on campus. The demonstration drew dozens of students, faculty, and community members. Jordan Mueller, MSU, Mankato student, gave his opinion to CNN News.
You've kind of, taken that anger and fear and upset and kind of mobilized it into action, kind of calling on the university, organizing our peers, doing this event that we had this morning, and just putting those emotions to good work.
University officials have not confirmed any direct ICE activity, but students are calling for a formal statement from leadership and a commitment to making the campus a safe space for all students, regardless of immigration status. Several faculty members joined the protest, showing support for the student-led movement. Students say they plan to continue pressuring the university for answers and protections. Meanwhile, administration officials have scheduled a town hall for next week to address the concerns raised. Teens now hoping to see the new Minecraft movie at one theater in Washington Township, New Jersey, must now be accompanied by an adult. The policy comes after the theater owner says they were left with a major mess following the movie's opening weekend. As Amanda Lee explains, it's all part of a viral social media trend that is tied to a specific line in the film.
Just crazy to me that they'll go ahead and they'll do damage somewhere and then post it.
The viral trend, like this scene captured in Connecticut, involves kids and teenagers causing a huge disruptance in a theater when Jack Black's character says the words chicken jockey in a fight scene.
Chicken jockey!
Our daughter saw a video on TikTok of a bunch of boys who had recorded themselves at our theater causing mayhem and screaming and throwing lotion all over the seats.
Laura Rose and her husband own the Township Theater in Washington Township, where they say this trend went way too far.
A few of the seats in one of the rear rows had been ripped out of the floor. They proceeded to throw popcorn, spill their drinks, make a menace of themselves, and trash the theater.
While the staff...
Regardless of all damage, the Minecraft movie racked up almost $163 million during opening weekend. A new initiative in Nevada is turning heads and changing lives. It's called, quote, the Golden Ticket Campaign, and its mission is bold: to end homelessness in the state, one person at a time. The campaign, led by a coalition of nonprofits and local government agencies, offers comprehensive support for individuals experiencing homelessness. That's so-called the Golden Ticket. Grants access to housing, job training, mental health services, and long-term case management, all wrapped into a single streamlined program. Organizers say the key is removing the red tape that often traps people in the cycles of poverty and temporary shelter. Instead of a short-term fix, the campaign is investing in long-term stability and dignity. The pilot program has already housed over 150 people in Las Vegas alone. With an expansion planned across Nevada in the coming months, supporters hope the model can be replicated with nationwide. That's all for current events. I'm Samantha Washika. Next up is Carmel Today.
Welcome back, Carmel Catholic. We're here again with Carmel Today.
Yes, good morning, Carmel.
Good morning.
Great to
Reverend
be
Shu,
here.
how are you?
I'm doing well. It's great to be back on the show.
Excellent.
And we have some special guests.
We do,
with
yes.
us today.
I finally made it back.
So Ms. Berger is here.
I was
Welcome
invited back.
As a
Welcome.
secondary,
Yeah.
as a secondary.
Welcome back to the show. And also Catherine Ainen.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello. Good morning. So we have our special guest here, and it's because we want to talk about a cool opportunity that involves Christian service this summer. And so we have Catherine here particularly to talk to us about that. And maybe Catherine, can you share with the viewers what is Camp Barnabas and what is this service opportunity about?
Yeah, so we're going to take a missions trip to Camp Barnabas in Missouri. So Camp Barnabas is a summer camp designed for individuals with disabilities. The whole camp is adapted so that everyone can participate no matter what their abilities are. And then we are going to take a group of students with us, as well as Ms. Kurger and Father Christian. And all the students who go will get to be one-on-one counselors with a camper for the week. It is from May 31st to June 6th.
Awesome. Do the students need like special training or anything before they go, or?
So you don't really need any prior experience, and any training that you do need will be provided by the camp.
Okay. Going back to this question for Ms. Kurger, what are the hours we're looking at?
Gosh, I think Kathleen said like it was a total of like 75.
Yeah, you can earn
Wow.
So you-
75 service hours.
That's a lot of
on
hours.
this trip.
You can get your required Christian
Required,
service done for that year.
NHS, a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, required
Damien,
NHS,
NHS.
whatever you need service hours for. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's a
Awesome.
good opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I think these kind of experiences allow students like to get out of their shell a little bit. I'm guessing. Catherine, what has your experience been here? Because you've been to this once or twice?
Once. I
Once,
was a
okay.
counselor there last year.
Okay.
And I had the amazing opportunity to work with a girl named Stephanie.
Okay.
She has autism, she's deaf, and it was really a great experience. It was something that I had never done before, but it was really rewarding to be able to care for someone and just get really close to her and be a friend to her.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really something I think that we try to encourage our students to do with the Christian Service Program, especially with the St. Damien Malachi Honor Society, is solidarity with the people that we serve. And it sounds like that's a great opportunity.
Well, and we've talked about, Reverend and Ms. Kurger, we've talked about like just amping up empathy for people in our community. And this obviously expands past the Carmel community, but I mean, I think it just giving people the experience to like see others and that are different than us, and just kind of pushing that empathy further forward. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, and as Ms. Kurger said, solidarity really is an important word in Catholic social teaching and really in the nature of the church, because that stems from Christ and his example and his commandment. We'll be approaching Holy Thursday within the context of Holy Week next week, and Jesus there gives the great mandatum, Latin for commandment, love one another as I have loved you. And that is how people will know that you are my disciples, when you put love into action. But that means beyond just our own neighborhood or our own parish community.
Sure.
We're a universal church. As Ms. Kurger mentioned, Christian Service, our program that we're continuing to make more and more robust, is to really ground us with the vision of our founders, and we go out. We go out on mission because it's a part of who we are.
Yeah.
So Catherine, maybe one last pitch to the student body here. Now that you've got all their ears, to go on this trip. I mean, I think you've done a beautiful job so far. But what's like the one last thing?
Yeah, so I went with a bunch of friends last year, and it was like one of the most fun things that I've ever done. Just like being there with your friends, all like being in the same spot and getting to work with like these incredible people. It was like really rewarding, and it was actually really fun. Just watching all the kids have such a good time, and I also had a really good time like making friends and doing like the activities with my camper. And you get 75 service hours, which is also really nice.
Really nice.
So.
Yeah, so if you're interested, please reach out to me, and I can send you kind of the initial information on that, and we can move forward.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Catherine.
you.
Ms.
Thank
you, Ms.
Kurger
Kurger.
again. She's back.
Carmel today.
Love it.
Carmel today.
Carmel today.
We will be right back with a special challenge from Dr. Algram.
Welcome back. I'm joined by Dr. Algrim to talk about the phone challenge. So, Dr. Algrim, what is that?
Well, Gabby, we've been doing a good job with our phones in classrooms and students keeping their phones where the teachers want them stored in their classrooms. And this week I made an announcement just to make sure that when students are given permission to use the washroom, that they do not bring their phones with them. So generally, from an instructional perspective, right, we're trying to make sure phones aren't a distraction. We also want to make sure, though, that when students are together in the cafeteria, when they're with each other and really present with each other, that phones don't become a distraction. So the phone challenge is for today at lunch. And we do a good job of this, but I want us to do a very good job of this. When we're at lunch today in the lunchroom or the in the cafeteria or the lounge, and we're seated and we're eating, let's try to keep those phones away. And again, a lot of you do a very good job with this, but let's try to today do a great job in regards to this. We'll have some staff down there just to encourage you and make sure that we're trying to do a little bit better job today putting those phones away at lunchtime. And if you do need to use your phone during lunchtime for whatever reason, don't forget that the IC is open. But today we want to make sure that we try to do a better job at lunchtime. So if we do a better job today, what we're looking to do is tomorrow, I am in favor of a casual dress day for students and staff. And by the way, this attention to being present also goes to faculty. We at times also need to do that as well. So for students and staff, we're going to have, if we are able to do a better job today, being present with each other, we'll have a casual dress day tomorrow. I do want to remind people though, casual dress days, we still want to encourage people because it is Friday to wear spirit tops and still be engaged that way with our school spirit. But certainly that is the phone challenge for today.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Up next, I'll be back with announcements. Welcome back. I'm Gabby Malley with announcements. Campus Ministry is hosting The Mystic Next Door with speaker Ed Joseph today. Join them to hear an amazing story and feel inspired. Ed's life changed on a dime after a catastrophic car accident. Join Campus Ministry as he shares how the Holy Spirit was ever present with him in the midst of unbearable suffering and pain and in his miraculous recovery. Registration can be found in the newsletter. Students that need Blue Book for testing, primarily the SAT, will need to make sure the version is up to date. To check this, either turn on your Chromebook without signing in, or shut off your computer and sign out. Next, look at the bottom left corner of the screen. Click Apps, then Blue Book. Make sure the version says BT-2025-02-04, then 18:36. Seniors, all university scholarships must be entered in Maya Learning by tomorrow to be considered for the Honors Convocation Printed program. No late submissions can be accepted. Additionally, if you have external scholarships or awards or military appointments, those must be entered in the Google form emailed to you on March 3rd. The Google form is also in Ms. Nowacek's CCRC newsletter. No submissions can be accepted after 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. Lastly this morning, congratulations to Advisory 803 for winning the Men's March Madness Bracket Challenge and to Advisory 806 for winning the Women's March Madness Bracket Challenge. Prizes will be delivered by the end of next week. That's all we have for today. I'm Gabby Malley. Have a thankful Thursday, Carmel.